to audio them. Alrighty. Let's get ready to audio them. The one who encourages you to audio them. Hey, is there something wrong with the mic? Is the mic down or something? The volume down? How's the volume for you guys? Alrighty, so we're gonna get it right into it. The purpose for this stream is to confirm compliance within our government agencies. In this particular session, we're going to be reaching out to public bodies in the state of Ohio that are subject to Chapter 149, which is the Ohio Freedom of Information Act. Hey, Ilpo, the audio is on. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Let's confirm that the audio is on before we continue. Okay, ballroom, great. So, as I said, we reached out on September 30th, which was 11 days ago. Loud and clear. Okay, beautiful. On September 30th, we reached out to a few agencies and we submitted some public record requests. Some of them came in, some responses came in, and some of them I have to do a follow-up on. So we have to verify if the public agency did indeed receive the requests, which I do have here written down, and who I spoke to. Another thing is that I'm going to be placing additional Foia requests now. So with that being said, the Ohio Code is very very amazing. Let's read it over before we continue here. It says a public office, right, or a person responsible for, look at the screen, for public records may ask a requester to make the right request in writing, may ask the requester's identity, and may inquire about the intended use of the information requested, but may do so only after disclosing to the requester that a written request is not mandatory, that the requester may decline to reveal the requester's identity or the intended use, and when a written request or disclosure of the identity intended for use will benefit the requester by enhancing the ability of public officer, yada yada. Okay, so with that being said, we're going to get right to it here. Another thing I like to mention is Ohio is a one-party consent state, so you don't even have to inform them that the call is being recorded. But I'm still going to. An additional thing is that these are government employees. There's no expectation in privacy in public setting. These are public phones, which if you wanted to, you could request the actual 3-4 minute phone call that you have with them from their department, from their agency. So it's all public. It's this is for matters of educational purposes and to further gather statistics on how our local governments respond to our legal rights of obtaining government publications. So with that being said, we're going to get right to it, guys. Please keep spamming the comment section. Keep hitting the thumb up. Let's get a lot of people in here. This one's going to be interesting here. So with that being said, Manchester, Ohio City Hall phone number.
You can call Manchester City Hall at 603-624-6455.
Oh, I got a different number here. Let me call this one.
Village Manchester, this is Joe.
Yes, hi Joe, how's it going?
Hello?
Yes, can you hear me? I wonder if she heard me. Hey Maria, how's the audio here on your end? Alrighty, we'll call him back. We'll call him back. Pebbles, Ohio City Hall phone number. Alright, great. Hey Ginger, I'm not in Ohio, I'm in Illinois. I'm reaching out to Ohio.
This is the fiscal officer for the Village of Peebles. I'm in the office.
Alright, then people didn't answer last time either. Lima, Ohio City Hall phone number.
You can call Lima City Council at 41.
No, that's not the number.
You have reached the town of Lima clerk's office.
Alrighty, no problem. Delphos, Ohio City Hall phone number.
You can reach Delphos City Hall.
You have reached the City of Delphos Municipal Building. Our office hours are Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. If you know your party's three-digit extension, you may press it now. Or for utilities, press 1. Income tax, press 2. Safety Service Director, press 3. Mayor, press 4. Auditor, press 5. Maintenance, press 6. All other calls, press 0, and you will be connected to the administrator.
Hey Maria, what part of Illinois?
Please wait a moment. You have reached the desk of Cheryl George, Administrative Assistant to the Mayor and Safety Service Director. I am currently...
Wow, nobody's in office now. Geneva, Ohio City Hall phone number. Alrighty, that number is...
Thank you for calling the City of Geneva. Our normal business hours are Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Please listen to the following options. Press 1 for the main office and finance department. Press 2 to reach the water/utility billing department. Press 3 for the tax department. Press 4 to reach accounts payable. Press 5 for zoning.
The key you entered is invalid. Please try again. City of Geneva, this is Ella.
Yes, hi Ella. This call here is being recorded. I'm calling this to submit a public record request.
Okay. What's your name?
What's your name? Ella, right?
My name Ella.
Okay. Is name required to submit a public record request?
No, it's not.
Okay, yeah. It says here in the law that you could ask me for my identity, but first you have to disclose that a written request is not mandatory.
Okay, how are you going to get what are you going to come pick it up?
I could figure that out, but I'd like to place the request in first.
Okay, what's your request?
Sure. So I want the phone logs, telephone logs from let's say September 10th to October 10th.
This year?
Yes, that's correct. Phone logs, all incoming and outgoing calls with the duration and the date and time associated with this number here that we're calling, which is, if you take record of, ma'am, it's 440-466-4675.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. So with for the entire month, 30 days, phone logs, all phones incoming and all phones outgoing, and the time and duration, like I said. And I'll give you an email with that as well when you're ready.
Okay, hold on.
Would you like to know my intended purpose for this request, this particular request?
Sure, if you want to tell me.
Yeah, sure. Well, there's an investigation that I'm doing here. There's some online criminals that watch my channel here, and they decide they want to reach out to these agencies and whatever they come up with. So I'm getting them ready for suit. I'm going to be suing some agencies and some internet trolls. And so here I'm setting them up in a trap here. And hopefully the city hall doesn't respond to me and say, oh, no responsive records, because then I'm going to request your contract between your telephone service provider, and we're going to narrow it down to the T. We're going to find out who these people are. We're going to drag them. We're going to haul them into court. My intended purpose is to haul these folks into court. But, yes, ma'am, that's my only request for today.
Okay, I'm just a little confused as to how the people that are trolling you on the internet are connected to this number.
Right, because what I do, ma'am, is I have the right to submit public record requests, which I do, and I live stream.
Oh, I understand that.
Yeah, so what I do...
just didn't understand how that number was connected to you.
Right, so here's what I do, ma'am, is I reach out to these agencies, and there's people watching me when I reach out. So there's some people that understand that what I do is very beneficial to check with government and just, check up on from time to time. There's trolls out there which consider they're suspended adolescents, adults who consider themselves trolls will take note of the city that I call, so they'll call immediately right after me, and they'll come up with a sob story trying to convince the city hall not to send me public record requests. It never works in their favor, but it's time for me to drag them into court, identify them, and embarrass them, have them talk in front of a jury why they go out of their way to, like, kiss ass of the government. You know what I'm talking about? Excuse my English, not French.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what is your email?
Yeah, so the email is going to be cable1, CABLEONE 84 at gmail.com. Cable184 at gmail.com. I'm building a pattern here. I'm noticing that there's several quote-unquote trolls that are reached out to these agencies, so I'm just gathering the dates and times, and eventually I'm going to obtain their actual voice too, because we're going to get these agencies contract between the service provider, so then we could scrape up the actual phone call. I want to hear these people's voice, and I want to bring that in as evidence to the court. It's a big story here, but we're working on it, and I'm backtracking 2-3 years ago too. They've been doing this for 2-3 years, and it's time for the jury to laugh at these people and say, how would you, why would you want to try to hurt somebody's ability to obtain public records? This is just my intended purpose here. But my email, yes ma'am, let me know if you got that, and confirm with me what my request is, so we make sure we're on the same page here.
Okay, so you sent me an email?
No ma'am, I submitted my request orally.
Oh, okay. Yes, I have it. You want phone logs from September of 24 till October 10th of 24, incoming and outgoing calls.
Yes ma'am.
Is that correct?
Yes, that is.
Okay.
And do you have the associated number of what I'm referencing?
440-466-4675.
Yes, that's correct, Ella. I thank you so much, and I'll be waiting for a few days to have responsive records.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, guys, whoever's watching now, I just wanted to explain myself once there. I'm really not playing with these people. I want to identify them, and I want to put them in the court. There's some agencies that are going to be subpoenaed as well, because they're conspiring with these suspended adolescents. And so that's mostly of this call. I'm not going to explain myself no more. I just wanted to do it one time, just so you guys could catch the drift here of what's going on. I'm going to be backtracking a year, 2-3 years ago. They still have that on file. And I want to locate these people. I want to get their home. I want to get these trolls, these internet anonymous trolls' home address, so I could go ahead and send them a registered mail or certified mail summons to come and appear in court. I want to have them explain to the court of law why they like scraping gum off the bottom of a shoe. Alrighty, that's neither here nor there.
Thank you for calling the Village of North Kingsville. Please select one of the following departments. Mayor's Court, press.
Sorry, the digits dialed are not valid command.
Thank you for calling the Village of North Kingsville. Please select one.
Guys, please spam the comment section.
Thank you for calling the North Kingsville Mayor's Court. This office will be closed starting at noon on October 11th and will reopen at 8 a.m.
Oh, wow. Closed business. Closed business. Closure. Minster, Ohio. City Hall phone number. Village of Minster. Yes, hi. Who do I have the pleasure of speaking with?
This is Morgan.
Morgan, yep. I spoke to you on the 30th of September. I'd like to submit an additional public record request.
Okay, for what?
Okay, it's going to be for phone caller ID, phone logs, incoming and outgoing calls associated with number 419-628-3404.
3404. Okay, and you want the caller ID?
Yep, call logs, all incoming and outgoing phone numbers, with the duration of the call and the date and the time. You know, duration meaning the length of the phone call.
Uh-huh.
Yes, ma'am. And that's
Okay.
those records are going to be from September 10th to October 10th.
Okay, sounds good. Where do you want me to send it to?
Yes, Morgan. You could send it to my email, which is going to be the. Do you remember my email from last time, or should I give it to you one more time?
I do not have it anymore.
Okay, my email is going to be cable1, CABLEONE 84 at gmail.com.
Alright, sounds good. I'll give it to our fiscal officer.
Right. Morgan, are you the fiscal officer?
I am not.
Oh, I remember you transferred me over last time. Now, let me ask you a question. Did anybody call on my behalf that day after my phone call?
Not that I remember.
Not that you remember. Great call. We're going to verify that in the phone logs. We're going to be... My intended purpose here is to be dragging few folks into court, and I don't want to get the government involved at this time unless they did conspire. But Morgan, I thank you so much, ma'am. And can you confirm with me that you got the request correctly?
Yeah, I can. You want the caller ID, incoming out and outgoing, duration of the time and date.
Right. There's another suspended adolescent on YouTube right now watching. His name is Mechanic Fishing. He's asked me if I was bullied when I was younger because I'm requesting these. My answer to him, no, I'm going to be dragging you folks into court. But anyway, ma'am, thank you so much, Morgan. You've been pleasant. Have a wonderful day.
Thanks. You too.
Thanks. Hey, Mechanic Fishing, we're going to drag all you peons and cessors into court. It's going to be lovely when you dumb fuckers have to explain yourself in front of 12 people. Why you go out of your way begging and crying to the government not to comply with my request. I want to hear you guys' voice. I want to cause you folks. I don't even want to say it. We're gonna do some good things to you folks. We're setting you up in traps. I set you folks up in traps 3 years ago. We're gonna backtrack. It's gonna take a day to backtrack from 2-3 years ago of you bozos. Bridgeport, Ohio, City Hall phone number.
Thank you for calling the City of Bridgeport 1311. For English, press 1.
Para español, oprima el
Public
12.
Facilities Administration, Maintenance, Engineering, Sanitation, Roadway, Parks and Recreation, License and Permit. Press 2. Press 1 for Public Facilities Administration. Wait while I transfer your call.
Good afternoon, Public Facilities. How may I help you?
Yes, good afternoon. Who am I speaking with?
Public Facilities?
Right. Your name is?
Shanice?
Shanice. Nice speaking to you. Okay, this call here is being recorded, ma'am. I'd like to submit a public record request.
Okay, so I'm going to transfer you to that department, okay?
Sure.
Thank you for holding.
Hey, you stupid peon mechanic fishing. How do you come to a determination of your statement? How do you come to that determination, you dumb fucking clown?
Thank you for holding.
Tell me how you come to that determination.
You were bullied. You were bullied because you're making these fucking ridiculous phone calls. Who does this? Who does that?
Palestine's gonna be free from the river to the sea, you stupid fucking peon.
Hello?
Yes, I'm here.
Hi, can you just repeat what exactly?
Yes, who am I speaking with?
Yes, exactly who you're looking for again?
Right, is this Shanice?
Yes.
Okay, do you recall what I mentioned to you, or?
No, that's what exactly was that again?
Okay, yes ma'am. If you recall, just 2 minutes ago I did mention to you that I'd like to submit a public record request.
Okay, and what is it for?
Yes ma'am, so it is going to be for phone logs, all incoming and outgoing calls associated with number. I take this, you're writing it down? Are you writing?
Okay, so this is public facilities. I'm not sure where that will come from.
Okay, ma'am. Are you familiar with Chapter 149 Public Record Act of Ohio? Oh, looks like the calls got disconnected. Maybe she hung up in purpose. Maybe she hung up by accident. See, the stupid fucking peon, I really hurt your feelings, huh? No, I'm asking you to clarify, you dumb fucker, before I block you. You mentioned something, now I'm asking you, how do you come to that determination? You gotta be able to back up what you say. Your next answer better be your reason for why you came up with that. If your next comment is not you clarifying your initial post, that makes you look like a dumb fucker, and I'm gonna block you so we don't waste no time. Hey, what's normal? You're calling this bait? Yes, as a matter of fact, I'm gonna be honest. Last week, or on the 30th, I did these phone calls for 2 reasons. The first reason was to legitly, that's the new word for they legitly obtain these credit card statements and police use of force records. That was my first purpose. My second purpose last week was to also bait these anonymous cowards, these trolls, suspended adolescents. It was to bait them. Because what these sissies do is they call these agencies right after me. And like I told you, they beg the city hall not to respond to me and not to comply with the law. But the city hall just laughs in their face and says there's nothing we could do. We have to follow the law. So that's why I want to hear these people's voice. I want to hear these beggars' voice over the phone. I want to capture their actual calls. But first, we have to identify their phone numbers. Once I get their phone numbers, then we could get their 3 or 4 minute calls so we could hear them and how desperate they are. And after we get their actual voice, and I'm backtracking 2-3 years ago. I got this all logged on paper. Okay. Some of these trolls are butthurt public servants who are exposed for the lack of transparency and or unprofessional behavior. Yeah, that's true, man. That's true, Teresa. And I wanna cause them. I'm not gonna say the word, but I want to cause it to them because these people think they're causing it to me, but at the same time, the stand that I'm standing on is more powerful than the stand that they're standing on. Hey, Cajun Randy, how's it going? So let me call this place back up.
Thank you for calling calling the City of Bridgeport 1311. For English, press 1. Press 1 for Public Facilities Administration. Wait while I transfer your call.
Let me try a different department on this one right here. Provocateurs.
Thank you for calling the City of Bridgeport 1311. For English, press 1. Press 1 for Public Facilities Administration, Maintenance, Engineering, Sanitation, Roadway. Wait while I transfer
You see,
your
like
call.
that faggot mechanics fishing, he can't even finish his own
Thanks
statement.
for calling. You have reached the City of Bridgeport Department of Health and Social Services. We are either handling other business matters or away from our desk.
Okay, they're not in. Another good request that we could submit with these agencies is, you know, for DCFS, how many kids end up missing and shit like that. We could get big tickets too, man. I'm putting in use of force requests, police brutality requests. We're getting in a lot of good stuff here. But, okay, let's go ahead and continue. Blanchester, Ohio, City Hall phone number.
Thank you for calling the City of Bridgeport 1311. For
No,
English,
that's not it. Hold on a minute. Yeah, we're gonna get to the bottom of it, Therese. And they are
I just missed those. Carla, can I help you?
Yeah, is this Carla?
Yes, it is.
Hi, Carla. This call here is being recorded. I spoke to you on the 30th of September at 2:57 p.m. The reason for this phone call here is because I would like to submit an additional public record request.
Okay. 1 second, please. Let me grab my form.
Sure.
Okay, and what is your request, please?
So I have two total requests today. The first request is going to be a log, a public record request log. So I want copies of everybody who submitted a public record request. I want you to distinguish for, let's say, for the past 60 days from August 1st up until today's date, and that response should have the requester's method of request, the way they submitted the request. It needs to distinguish whether they were charged a fee or whether it was free. The responsive records were free. It needs to have on there whether the request was complied with or denied, and the reason for denial, and if, like I said, any charges were made, any charges were assessed. So that's the first request.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. And the second request is going to be for the past 30 days from, let's say, September 10th to October 11th, incoming and outgoing calls. All phone numbers that came in and phone numbers that went out, along with the duration, the length of the phone call, and the time and the date of the phone calls. And that's for the past month. associated with this number here, 937-783-4702.
Okay. I will advise you that I'm going to hand this over to our solicitor because this is something that I have not had a request for, and we would have to see if we can provide that information for you.
Well, wait a minute.
Just to give you a heads up on it.
Okay, you mentioned your solicitor. What's your solicitor's full name?
James Barbier.
James Barbier. Let's go ahead and put on a third request. My third request is going to be the contract between the solicitor and the public body. Active contract. In case he pulls some shenanigans, we'll know how to straighten that out.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Now, Carter, let me ask you a question. Do you recall when I called and spoke to you on the 30th of September?
If you're referring to the police department request for the, I forget the right words because that you requested, but she has it on paper. And then you also requested for the 2023 credit card statements.
Right. You never sent me the credit card statements.
Yes, I know. They're still being worked on.
They're still being worked on. Okay, great, great. So you do remember speaking to me, right?
Well, it was a phone call. I remember the phone call.
Right,
I
right.
don't remember your voice actually. But
Yeah. Now let me ask you an additional question. Do you recall anybody calling on my behalf or in reference to me that day or any day after? Do you remember anybody called and reached back out in my regard?
No, it was done by email.
Oh, it was done by email. So somebody sent you an email about me?
Oh no, I thought you were referring that had we reached out to you by phone. I believe maybe she did. I don't know if she did or not. I believe she did.
Well, that's where the courtroom settles all this confusion, because there's suspended adolescents out here, ma'am, called internet trolls, where they try to cause disruption between government business. This is government business here we're handling. They try to beg you not to send me these records, so that's why I'm getting these phone logs for my intended purpose is to drag these bad actors into court. I'm backtracking. And I don't want any government employees to get involved in this wrongdoing, but if they are, we're going to subpoena all of that. We're going to put them as a defendant. That's just my intended purpose there.
Well, if I remember correctly, you didn't give us a phone number. You said the phone number you're calling for some burn phone number, not the call. So then she probably didn't call. I'm sure she did the email.
No, yeah, that's besides the point. But ma'am, could you go ahead and tell me what my request is today, so we could go ahead and clarify that you did take my request correctly today?
Yes, for the past 30 days, you would like to have all, let's see here. You want past 30 days from 9/10 to 10/11 incoming calls associated with the phone number 937-783-4702. And then you want a contract, or you want the active contract with James Barbier, which is our solicitor. And then I was going to give the first one to him because, like I said, the logs for everyone that has requested a public records request for the last 30 days.
Right,
So,
right. No, not 30 days, the last 60 days. You remember?
I corrected it, 60 days.
Right,
Okay.
right. Okay, and you see what I'm trying to do here, ma'am, is this department is trying to charge me $4, but still they're unable to. They're trying to charge me $4 for those police records. All other agencies in Ohio did not charge me a penny because they're following the law. So I had a back and forth correspondence with your record keeper at the police department, who's trying to say it's a $4 fee, but they're unable to provide me the statute. So I'm laughing at that because it's all wrong. Now when I tell them to provide their response and certified record, that's what threw them off, because now they're unable. They can't give me a certified record lying to me. That's really going to throw them off. It's not going to cost no $4 to receive these records. That's just a way for them to try to withhold this stuff. So that's why I'm requesting, my intended purpose now is requesting your logs to verify when's the last time you charged anybody anything. I want to prove that you know that response is totally wrong, and make a story out of it, basically. But anyway, ma'am, I thank you, Carla, so much. I'll wait for a few days to receive responses from those. We're going to be doing a good investigation on Blanchester.
Okay, I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Well,
Bye.
we're out to serve you. We'll do our best to help you, but we'll go from there, okay?
I appreciate that, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you.
No problem. No problem. It is no problem. No good phone voice. Not good phone voice. What do you mean, bro? What's not good phone voice?
No problem, no problem. It is no problem.
For English.
Yeah, the audio's kind of off. I'm not sure why, but okay, I submitted the 3 requests with her. She mentioned her city attorney. Good. Give me his contract. Coldwater, Ohio, City Hall phone number.
The Village of Coldwater.
I could be doing this without live streaming it, but I want to show you guys how it's done.
Village Coldwater, this is Kim.
Yes, hi Kim. How's it going? This call here is being recorded. I'd like to submit an additional public record request.
Okay, Jason, who usually handles that, is not in the office at the moment. He will be back on Monday. Would you prefer me to send you to his voicemail, or would you prefer to call back on Monday?
No, ma'am. The statute says a public office or person responsible for public records, I'm calling the public office. All I'd like you to do, ma'am, is write down my request and forward it over. Sure, yeah, that's all. Thank you. So my request today is going to be phone logs, ma'am. Phone logs from September 10th to October 11th. Phone associated with this phone number here, 419-678-4881. I need incoming and outgoing calls with the time, date, and duration.
Okay, give me 1 second to catch up here. Incoming, outgoing. Duration. Okay.
Yep, and really that's about all. And let me ask you a question. Do you recall I called and spoke to you on the 30th of September?
You spoke as in you requested something from me, or that we spoke on the phone and I passed you along to somebody else?
Right, at that time you passed me along to Jason.
Okay.
Yeah, did anybody call in my regard after my phone call? Do you recall?
Not that I'm aware of, but I'm not the only one that answers the phone, so I'm not sure.
I see what you're saying. Well, that's why I need these phone records here, because I'm doing a scope. Well, anyway, ma'am, could you clarify what my request is so I could give you my email?
So you're looking for phone logs for the 419-678-4881 from September 10th through October 7th of obviously this year. You're looking for incoming, outgoing. You want the time, date, duration, phone number associated with the coming or going.
Right,
So.
but the date is October 11th, not 7th.
Okay, I apologize.
Yep,
October.
and my email, ma'am, is going to be cable1, so that's CABLEONE 84@gmail.com.
Okay, you said cable184@gmail.com.
Yes, that is correct.
Okay, I've got it. I will pass that over to Jason when he comes back into the office Monday to get the information collected and sent over to you.
Fantastic. Have a wonderful day.
You too.
Hey, Eyes on the State. What up, though? Alrighty. Lebanon, Lebanon, Ohio, City Hall phone number.
You can reach Lebanon.
Welcome to the City of Lebanon. City Hall is open from 8 a.m. until 4:30 p.m., Monday through Friday. Our facility is located at 50 South Broadway, downtown Lebanon. Thank you for contacting the city.
You see that stupid fucking peon, what I'm talking about, these idiot trolls? He, mechanics fishing. He never was able to articulate why he came up or how he came up with that statement. So you see how stupid these fucking trolls are, how they hide behind keyboards like cowards. But then if we drag them into court and have them say their petty claims in front of a jury, not saying him, you know, he ain't really, he has no substance, but other trolls just like him, if they can't articulate or tell us the reason how they come up with this belief on a text via YouTube Live, imagine what they're going to do when I pull their home address and I drag them into court. Because I could put 30 defendants on one page and it's going to cost me $3.80 to send out a certified mail to your front door out of state. No problem. I'm really working on it. These are the same trolls who reached out, 10 trolls who reached out to the Attorney General, telling the Attorney General of Illinois, trying to tell them that I'm claiming that I'm a government official to these employees. You see how ruthless these people are and how harmful these people are? 10 different people, trolls, reached out to the Attorney General to tell them that I was claiming to be a government employee. So I want to drag these people into court, and I want to embarrass the fuck out of them. I want them to be able to tell the jury and the judge why they did this. What evidence did they get? There's no fucking evidence. Why did you lie? Why did you lie to the government? These trolls are lying to the government. That's why we're going to pull their shit. We're going to pull them into fucking court. I'm going to have 30 of these anonymous trolls on a defendant slip. I'm telling you, sooner or later. I'm working on it. I'm building it up. They could hide, but when they get a summons, they can't hide from that. I'm going to come take their money from them. Did the troll catch a live one? Okay, so now we're going to Lebanon, Ohio City Hall phone number.
You can contact Lebanon.
Welcome to the City of Lebanon. City Hall is open from 8 a.m. until 4:30 p.m. Monday through Friday.
Please hold while I transfer your call.
Cold water.
City of Lebanon, this is Sarah.
Yes, hi Sarah. This call here is being recorded. I'm calling because I'd like to submit a public record request.
Yeah, how can I help you?
Sure, yes ma'am. I'd like to, I need copies of the phone logs, caller ID logs associated with the number 513-932-3060. And that's going to be incoming calls, outgoing calls, the duration of the call, and the date and time of the call. And those records should be from September 10th to October 11th, within a month of time span.
Alrighty. Okay, can I just read this out to you to make sure I have this correct?
Okay, sure.
Okay. You would like the phone logs from any calls from 513-932-3060, incoming and outgoing, duration, length, time, and date from September 10th to October 11th, 2024?
Yes, that is correct.
Okay. Is there a way we can contact you with this information?
There sure is. An email address is cable1, CABLEONE, 84@gmail.com.
Okay, and would you like to give a name? You don't have to.
I appreciate your honesty. Not at this time. Name is not required. But you got the email there, and thank you so much for your services.
You're welcome. Have a great day. I'll get this to the appropriate person.
Thank you. Bye. See how professional she is. Hey, what's normal? Yeah, I really wanna. I've been working on this new normal. This is not something new. These trolls want to cause harm. They want to cause harm. Disturbed energy, yeah. They either, based off some dirty emails, they want to cause death. They want to cause death. They want to bring harm. They want to cause racism. They bring racism. They bring harm. They want to cause death, or they want to cause jail time. All for simply exercising my right. Like Teresa said, some of these are government employees that are butthurt. I know that some of them are government employees. But I've been working on this for 3 years now, and I'm just building up a file folder on these clowns, because there's going to come a time when I'm going to send out, like I said, 30 different letters in the mail and have 30 different defendants. I got a lot of their images already. I got their full names. I got their home addresses. I got emails they sent to the government. I got copies of all the messages they wrote to the Attorney General. So imagine how wonderful it's going to be when we drag these trolls into the courtroom to explain themselves why they reached out to the Attorney General and why they reached out to the government and told them a lie about me. And who's the person who instructed these people to do this? I know who the person that instructed these people to do this. He's the big fish. He's the big fish. I'm not saying no names, but it's going to be a wonderful thing when these people receive a letter, certified letter in the mail of a court summons. And if they don't appear to court, I'm going to do a judgment on them. I have their home address, so I'm going to take their fucking lawn chairs. I'm going to take their lawnmower from them. I'm going to take the tires off their vehicle legally, the court way. Okay, they want to play? No problem. So with that being said, No. I'm certain about my info, bro. I'm certain. I'm on the money with it. I am. Alright, now we're through with the call logs. We reached out to the places. Now we're just going to call on normal requests here. The usual requests. 3 of 3. So with that being said, let's go ahead and continue here. Seaman, Ohio, City Hall phone number.
Seaman Village Communities.
You have reached Seaman Police Department. This is an emergency. Please hang up and dial 911. If you need to speak with an officer, please leave your name, number, and a brief message, and an officer will return your call.
Alright, these people didn't pick up last time nor today. Let's mark it off. West Union, Ohio, City Hall phone number. What is it that you love the way that I talk, bro? What do you mean by that?
West Union Town Hall.
Yes, hi. Who do I have the pleasure of speaking with?
This is Linda.
Linda, let me write that down. This call here is being recorded. Ma'am, I'm calling to submit a public record request.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. So I got 2 total requests for today. The first request is going to be city credit card statements for the fiscal year of 2023.
All right. If you're wanting a FOIA, do a FOIA request. That has to be done in writing.
Okay, ma'am. I don't want to be told something that's not true. Where are you getting this information that it has to be in writing? Because I do have the law on my screen right now, and what you just told me is not true. Do you want me to give you a chance to correct yourself, or should I tell you the statute? I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not trying to be mean.
I'm not trying to be mean either, but I'm going to tell you this. My attorney has told me that if you want a FOIA request, it needs to be in writing.
Okay. Ma'am, this is what the code says here. It says a public office or person responsible for public records may ask the requester to make the request.
Sir, who are you calling from?
Who am I calling from? Ma'am, before you cut me off, can I finish?
Are you calling from a company?
Okay, ma'am, you have to first disclose to me that the request and written request is not mandatory. You can ask me for who I am, you can ask me to put it in writing, but first you must disclose that the written request is not mandatory. You see, ma'am, just understand how you come off to me misleading me and being rude to me. Why? Why would you mislead the public? Why would you be rude to the public when I'm telling you I got the statute here? And then she hangs up. Great job! You guys see the law in front of you. She misleads me. I'm not trying to be mean, but why should she be allowed to be mean to me?
Town of West Union is not available to take your call.
Okay, no problem. Let me just mark it off here. Rude, hung up. We'll do a follow-up at a later time. It's not a gotcha moment. It's not a gotcha moment. That was, by the way, guys, that was West Union, Ohio City Hall. So we'll move on. We'll move on here. She said, our attorney told us that FOIA has to be in writing. No, man, your attorney told you a lie. Either your attorney told you a lie or you're telling me a lie straight up. You guys see what's up? She asked me, who are you? Ma'am, you can't ask me this stuff. In Ohio, first, you have to, here's the statute. Again, I read it. A public office or person responsible for public records may ask, here it is on the screen, guys, may ask a requester to make the request in writing, may ask the requester's identity. So here she did the two things wrong, and may also inquire for the intended use of the request, but may do so only after disclosing to the requester that a written request is not mandatory. So you see, she asked me first to put it in writing, which she's not allowed to. She asked me, who am I, which she's not allowed to. Why is she not allowed to ask me those two questions? Because she did not disclose to me that a written request is not mandatory. So when I want to call her out on it for being, rude, she gets more combative and dismissive and hangs up the phone. Let me do one call back again. You see, these trolls don't understand that they get happy that the employee hangs up in my face, and they think I'm doing something wrong because they think that I got owned right now, right? They think that I got owned. But the truth of the matter is that we just witnessed an incompetent employee who just lied to me and is disregarding their own law. So the person who really got owned is the person, and I don't even like using that lame ass word, owned. But that's the thing. Now, even if a person would call these people in a private phone number, oh, Audit Dim is backtracking, he's getting our phone number, let me call private. I'm still going to get your silly fucking 4-minute phone call. I'm going to hear your voice even if you're calling private. So there's no troll that could go behind my back and try to contact a government agency without my knowledge. I'm going to get to the bottom of it. So let me call him back.
Hello?
Yes, who am I speaking with?
This is Donna.
Donna, let me write that down. Okay, Donna, is this West Union City Hall, right?
This is West Union, Ohio. Where are you at?
Right, West Union, Ohio. Yep. I need to submit a public record request.
Okay, now this is the West Union Water and Sewer.
Yeah, water and sewer. I could submit a request with this department, but I prefer the City Hall. Could you transfer me to the clerks?
You need to call 937-544-5326, but I don't think anybody's in the office till Tuesday.
Okay, what's Linda's title? Is she the clerk?
Yeah, Melissa Hall, and she is the village clerk.
What about Linda? What's Linda's title?
Linda.
Right.
We don't have a Linda.
Oh, she told me her name was Linda 2 minutes ago. Is a government employee also telling me a lie? Great. An additional lie?
No, because there's nobody been in that office today, so you must have talked to somebody else. If you're needing Adams County instead of West Union.
No, ma'am. I know who I called. I called the same exact number. Anyway, Donna, I could submit a request with you. I'm interested in water records as well. I could submit.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Sure.
Who are you, first of all?
Okay. All right. So you just asked me who I am, right?
Yes.
Okay, great. Ma'am, hopefully you take this as an educational performance here and you don't decide to hang up in my face, because I'm going to tell you some facts here. You could ask me who I am, but you have to ask me that only after disclosing to me that a written request is not mandatory, and I have the right to decline to reveal my name. So
I can't give you anybody's information unless you ask for a written request or if you come in here.
Okay, you see how you see how you're totally giving me wrong information. I'm not asking you for anybody's information, ma'am.
I'm not dealing with you, okay?
What's that? That's what we need. That's what we need. That's what we need. These people to show us how they're abusing their own law. So let's do one more follow-up phone call. Let you guys see the stuff on the screen.
What's your water?
Yes, hi. Who am I speaking with?
This is Kenny.
This is who?
This is Kenny.
Kenny. Okay, let me write that down. And get this clear on this recorded call. This is West Union Water Department, right?
Yes, West Union, Ohio.
Okay, great. Kenny, this call is being recorded here. I'm calling to submit a public record request. Okay. Are you going to be writing it down?
What's the public record request about?
Sure. Well, Donna just decided to hang up the phone in my face. I'm going to be requesting. Well, first, let me request copies of all reported defective water meters. I want to know who in your town has defective water meters to find out if you folks are still charging them with your mess up. Basically, that's my intended purpose. But yeah, so it's going to be records of all defective water meters in the entire year of 2023. We're going to backtrack.
Okay. Water meters. Let me write this down so I don't forget what we're talking about here.
Sure, yep, as required by statute.
For year of 2023.
Yes, that is correct.
Okay. Water meters, defect.
Right.
Okay. Alright. Alright, defective water meters for the year of 23 through 24, right?
Yes.
2024.
No, for 2023.
Oh, you don't want none for 2024?
No, we got to open up the file from last year and see who became victim of, if applicable, really.
That's what?
You see, what I like to do here in this regard is I like to verify which homeowners have defective water bills and try to find out if they overpaid because of your negligence. Not your particular, but your services, you know. We got to try to help the people out. From time to time, we got to try to help the people out.
Yes, I know we put a lot of new meters in 23, and then we put a bunch in again this year.
Right, but some of them are defective, and you're still charging the customers full amount when it's your mess up, when it's your town's defective water meter.
Now, hang on just a minute.
Sure.
Say we read your meter this month.
Right.
And you've been paying $75.06.
I'm listening.
And something happens to that meter, you are billed $75.06 for the minimum of 3,000 gallons.
I hear what you're saying. It sounds good.
Activated, and you use 1 gallon a month.
pay $75.06.
Sir,
If it's 2,800 gallon, you're going to pay $75.06. That
sir,
is our minimum.
right.
bill. And if you use no water through that meter and it's turned on and it's activated, you will pay $75.06.
You know how many times government employees told me something that sounded as good as Elvis Presley, but then when I looked it up, it was something totally different. I hear what you're saying. You got all the answers for gold, no problem. But your paperwork might say otherwise, so that's why I'm putting in the request, sir. But that's my first request, and my second request is going to be the personnel file of Donna, the person who decided to fail to comply with this portion, just rudely, abruptly hang up the phone. So personnel file of Donna along with disciplinary record, because now we got to put in a complaint that's going to be attached to that personnel file.
Okay, I got it.
Yeah, that's about all. Let me give you an email here.
Okay.
My email is going to be cable1, CABLEONE 84.
B-A-B.
Cable one.
O-E, yeah.
Right.
Cable. Now, what was the rest of it? Cable.
Yeah, so cable one, so CABLEONE.
O-N-E. Okay.
Right. 84 at gmail.com.
84 at gmail.com.
Yes, that is correct.
Okay.
Now let me.
It's cable.
Right.
84 at gmail.com.
Yes. Now let me ask you a question. Why did Donna decide to hang up the phone and tell me something unstatutory?
I'm not for sure. I was out in the bay. I wasn't in the office.
That's not a problem. At least you did your due diligence, sir. Thank you. I'll be waiting for the responsive records. Have a wonderful day.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Okay. MB is asking. He says can look up in Massachusetts to find out what records need to be prominently displayed. Okay, MB. Here's what we're gonna do for you. I'm gonna try to help you out first. MB, first do your due diligence, okay? MB, tell me what is your Massachusetts Public Record Act? What is the code? For example, the code in Illinois is 5 ILCS 140, okay? In Michigan, it's whatever it is. In Ohio, it's Chapter 149. And in Florida, it's called Chapter 119. In Texas, it's called Chapter 552. So tell me, do your due diligence and tell me what is the name of your statute, what is the name of your code in Massachusetts, and then I'll tell you what the next step is. Alright, great. So let's carry on here. Spencerville, Ohio, City Hall phone number.
You can reach Spencerville.
I'm not sure. I'm in Massachusetts. Well, that's what I'm saying, MB. You gotta at least do your due diligence to find out what your state act is. You want me to be Santa Claus and sit you on my lap? I'm not trying to be hard on you, but I want you to pick it up, bro. You gotta click in. I'm simply asking you, tell me what your Massachusetts state code number is, and then I'll tell you what's next. I'll find out for you if that's a requirement. If that state is required to prominently display. First, do your due diligence. He said, I'm not sure what you're asking. Okay, what's normal would probably give me the number. Bear with me. Stay on standby, MB. MB, you're asking me, you want to know in your state if records are required to be prominently displayed in your Freedom of Information Act. So I'm asking you to give me your Freedom of Information Act name. State code number for your Public Record Act. I could look it up. It'll take me a few minutes. I know you are. I know. That's why I'm taking it easy on you. Right. Hey, what's normal? Could you pull that up for me, please, while we wait? Okay. Spencerville, Ohio, City Hall phone number.
You can call Spencerville Clerk Office at 419.
Hello. Please leave a message after the tone.
Spencerville. Okay, this is the second time Spencerville don't answer. No, can't. My line is so screwed up. Okay, here, let me look it up. No, you know what? I gotta continue my shit. Hey, MB. Here's what I want you to Google, MB. Right now on your computer, I want you to Google. Oh, okay, beautiful. Eyes on the audit. Thanks for that rapid response. So with that being said, let me look it up real quick. MGL Public Record Act 66. Okay, yep, it's called, it is Chapter 66. So, Chapter 66. Let's see if I could get a printout on the entire act, because here it is per section. Okay. All right. Let me see if I could download PDF. Okay, so MB, prominently. Okay, MB, I found the act, but it's when you go to the government website, it doesn't show the entire act in one column. So we have to do a little digging. We could find if they do require prominently displayed, but now I'm not going to do that right now. I want you to do that, MB. Since you found the act, thanks to Eyes on the Audit. Now you by yourself, you got to do your readings and shit like that. I would love to read it too, but try to locate it and let me know. If you need assistance, send me an email. Orwell, Ohio City Hall phone number.
You can contact
Hey, Eyes on the State. Would you be interested in doing some of these Ohio phone calls?
The number you are trying to call is busy. Please try again later.
Eyes on the State. You have the British accent, I think. If you do those phone calls, man, that'll be amazing. I mean, you could pull a couple records for us, bro. You could pull credit card statements for us. You could pull defective water meters. You could pull police use of force records. You could pull, current events, what's happening on overseas in Palestine, keywords, what's associated with this town. Send me credit card statements of all miscellaneous fees. I want, the list goes on. The list goes on. Look at specifically section 1 through 10. Yeah, definitely. He's giving you the ringer right there, MB. MB, why are you trying to get this information? What are you you're trying to figure out if the records need to be prominently displayed in your state because you want to go and check on local government, or what exactly are you trying to do? Any help you need, I told you before, I here for you. Oh man, Eyes on the State, if you're able to do these calls, man, I swear to God, I'll be the first one in your stream, bro, listening to this shit. I love hearing this stuff. And especially in Ohio, why this is very beneficial, Eyes on the Audit, is because you do see the statue on the screen. It's very powerful. They can't get away with it. They have to honor your oral request. and they can't ask you what your name is nor the intended purpose until they inform you that written request is not mandatory and the requester may decline. You may decline to give them your information. Oh, MB, I would love if you're serious about that, man. Many people told me they wanted to do that. They never followed back up. They just wasted their time. But let's go ahead and continue here. Alrighty. Cedarville, Ohio, City Hall phone number. Hey, would you like to do this right now? Eyes on the audit? Eyes on the audit, would you like to do it right now? Do you got time to start up a stream and go live right now? We would send everybody from here to your stream right now. We will hear you calling people in Ohio. You got an hour and a half left before the agencies close up. I'll get on the phone with you right now, Eyes on the audit, and I'll tell you exactly how I do it. Oh, you're ready? Okay, great. All right, guys, we're gonna transfer over to Eyes on the audit. He's got a British voice, so his voice probably sounds better than mine. No homo, but he's ready to do it. He's gonna start calling agencies in Ohio. I want everybody to click on his page right now. Go subscribe to his channel right now. He said maybe within the next 10 minutes. I'm gonna call him on private right now. I'm gonna speak to him on private. So, Eyes on the audit, how could I speak to you in private? I'm going to tell you how I do this and how effective it is and how you could get these numbers immediately. So everybody go to Eyes on the Audit channel right now. Subscribe, because I think within 20 minutes he's going to be going live and calling agencies in Ohio. We need this. We need this from more people. This shit makes me happy. Eyes on the audit. Yep. Here, as a matter of fact, let me go to his channel. Okay, here I'm on his channel now. He's got 667 subscribers. Now he's got 668. I just subscribed, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna copy his channel link, and I'm putting it here in the comment section so you guys could click on the link and go to it. Alrighty, there's a link to Eyes on the Audit. Everybody click on that link and go to his channel now. Check back within from 15 to 20, 25 minutes. He gave us his word. He's going to be going live, and he's going to be reaching out to agencies in Ohio. They're going to be afraid when they hear his voice. Oh my God, who's this professional British guy? But anyway, he's all within his right. State of Ohio does not strictly provide records just to Ohio residents. You could be from anywhere in the world. So we're gonna get to the bottom of it. Eyes on the state. Could you tell me how I could get a hold of you right now privately? Here, Eyes on the state. I'm gonna also give you my email right here. So you could send me an email. Maybe give me your Facebook Messenger. I'll call you on Messenger, or I'll call you on Instagram, wherever I could reach out to you. I'm just going to explain to you the couple things on how I go about doing this. So you could be rapid with it. You know, there's no, it'll save you a lot of time to get through these calls. Please let me know. Man, this would be a fucking game changer if you're able to do this once a month or something. Make these phone calls once a month or once a week. We need this. We need this. Hey, Mama Bear, who else wants to do these phone calls? Who else is interested in doing these phone calls? Please let me know. Hey, this is time sensitive right now. Eyes on the state. I'll send you a link. All right, cool. Yeah, send me the link, bro, to my email. And we'll have a quick chat on there, and everybody make sure you go to Eyes on the State. I believe he's going to be going live now. Eyes on the Audit, I mean. Check back with him in about 20 minutes. Like I said, it's time sensitive. You got about an hour's worth of work, because right now it's 3:17 in Ohio. They close at 4:30, so we got an hour you could reach out to 40 agencies within that hour. Okay, MB, here's my email. Send me an email. I would be more than happy to give you the details and get you started. We'll even get you a channel and send people your way to subscribe to your channel if you're really serious about it. Alright guys, I gotta jump out. I gotta hop in the shower and take care of some things. Let me speak with Eyes on the Audit real quick and take care of this stuff. So we'll get right to it. Thank you guys for tuning in. These were just quick follow-up calls here from some previous work that we had. Make sure you do go to Eyes on the Audit link right now. And I'll send one now. Alright, thank you. The one who encourages you to audit them.